Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back today with what will hopefully be the first in a number of Dragon Age Origins playthrough videos. I'm going to try to put together a full series for the entire game. Now that Dragon Age Inquisition has wrapped up, I've been getting a few requests on the channel to go back and do playthroughs of the old games, so I'm starting with the first and most famous one, Dragon Age Origins. Now, if you're a big Inquisition fan and you haven't seen Dragon Age Origins before, I can tell you that the story and character development are amazing. This is by far my favorite game of the series. However, the graphics are not necessarily the same as what you're used to, and this is not an action RPG. It is more of a turn-based RPG. So the gameplay is going to be a little bit different. I'll also tell you that it's been forever since I played this, so I do not remember much. But I can't wait to get it in and play, so let's go ahead and get a new game started and see how it goes. Alright, we're about to get a walkthrough here on the background and kind of setting the stage of what's going on in Thedas from a Grey Warden named Duncan. He's going to be a central character in the beginning of the game. So I'll shut up and we will get into this.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it.
Those damn mages.
They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
Little Legion of the Dead armor there. Probably recognize that.
The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Alright, now we get into character creation. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than what you might be used to if you haven't seen this game before. Obviously, you can choose your gender, male, female, and you get to pick your race and your class. But one thing that Dragon Age Origins introduced was multiple starting stories. So you get multiple backgrounds for your character. So for instance, if you choose a dwarf, you have the option to start as a Dwarven Commoner or Dwarven Nobility, and each one of these has their own unique starting story to the game, so it's your own unique backstory that you get to play out as you learn to play the game and kind of develop yourself as a character. Same thing for the elves, a city elf or a Dalish elf, and then for the humans, you have the human nobility. Obviously, as a human or an elf, you can be a mage, and you're going to start at the Circle Tower. So as you start the game or go back and do replays, there's definitely some replay value here as you choose different character classes and different starting areas that will kind of let you experience the game anew all over again. But we're going to go ahead and pick a mage.
Greetings.
And stick with the standard customizations here. You can see there's a number of different customizations that we can make to our character. And we will allocate some attribute points here. And then what this is, I know it's hard to read because the mod I have installed doesn't increase the text on this, but this is a set of passive skills that you are able to select in the game. This one is coercion, which helps with conversation. This one is stealing, which helps with pickpocketing. This one is for trap making. This one is survival. This one really helps if you're scouting. You can see more guys on the map, more red dots on your mini-map. You got herbalism, which helps with potions. You've got poison making. This is combat training, and this is your tactics. So you may be familiar with the tactics screen from Dragon Age Inquisition, but back in the old days, tactics actually mattered, and in Dragon Age Origins, tactics were a huge bonus to your party if you configured them properly so that the AI would control your party members when you weren't controlling them in a way that was beneficial to you. So taking potions at the right time, using skills at the right time, being able to say, hey, if I'm surrounded by 2 or more enemies, use this spell, or if I'm at 40% health and my ally is at 40% health, make sure you heal them first if you're a healer, all that kind of stuff. Very deep customization on the tactics slots and the tactics settings that you could choose. We're going to go with survival here, and then we're going to get into our skill choices. We are going to take Winter's Grasp, and we're also going to take Horror because we're going to work ourselves towards Crushing Prison, which in here it is amazing. So one of the spells that got left out of Dragon Age Inquisition that I was sad to see did not make the cut. So that is it for our spell selection, and we are going to select easy just because I don't want to go through
On
a number
cliff
of
overlooking the dark
reloads or
waters
anything
of
like
Lake
that as we're getting
Kalanhad
into this.
stands the Tower Fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption.
Those damn
This
Templars.
gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the dream realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
Know this, apprentice. If you fail, we Templars will perform our duty. You will die. This is lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the Fade.
The harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every mage must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you. Keep your wits about you, and remember the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
And into the Fade we go. Now we're going to pop open our inventory real quick and slap some items on. Now some of these were DLC items that came many moons ago, and we're just going to toss on a few that look like they will be useful. Constitution is never a bad thing. Find a amulet that looks nice. More attribute points is never bad. And we're going to go ahead and use our tome to get another skill point. Go to our character screen and click level up. And now you can see the skills in much greater detail since they have been zoomed in a little bit and the font's bigger. So we're going to go with another point in survival. And click next. And then head in to the Fade. Go ahead and loot this. Go into our inventory and drop it on our quick bar. It says this is going to instantly restore some of our health. That is never a bad thing, so we'll drop that down here on the quick bar. One thing I haven't figured out with the game is that when you're playing on a higher resolution like we are right now for the quality of the video, how to increase the size as far as the actual size of the icons down at the bottom. Found mods for just about everything else, but not that, and I gotta tell you, it is incredibly annoying with those tiny ass icons when you're playing in 4K. You would think that someone would have figured out how to do that by now. Or increasing the size of the mini-map, the character portraits. Definitely strange. Alright, we're gonna snipe this bitch. And continue on into the Fade until we run across Zarat.
Someone else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone. When you say that now, so have many others before you. Look at me. Look at what can happen. It's always the same. But it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse. It's fuzzy, that time before. They wake you up in the middle of the night and drag you to the harrowing chamber. And then, the Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed, and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me, I think. I have no body to reclaim, and you don't have much time before you end up the same. That has been said before, but you don't know the danger. There's something here, contained, just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you can. That's your way out. Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you. A test for you. A tease for the creatures of the Fade. You would be a fool to just attack everything you see. What you face is powerful, cunning. There are others here, other spirits. They will tell you more, maybe help. If you can believe anything you see, I'll follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago, but you may have a way out.
All right, now we have our
Dangerous
rat
spirit is
companion.
not far.
We're gonna head in
Don't
a little
go
bit
near it
further
unless
here.
you're ready to fight.
And as you noticed probably when we went into our inventory, we don't actually have a weapon yet. So that's actually one of the things we're going to pick up first thing in here is a weapon. But until we do...
It shall be done.
Just going to keep on sniping bitches. Head up here. There should be another one up here. So you read that on the map. Alright. Grab some more shimmering orb of light. Inspect this, get some experience.
It shall be done.
See a little pathing fail there. And then go chat up
Another spirit this way.
spirit.
Another mortal thrown into the flames and left to burn, I see. Your mages have devised a cowardly test. Better you were pitted against each other to prove your mettle with skill, and to be sent unarmed against a demon. Indeed, the choice and the fault lies with the mages who sent you here. That you remain means you have not yet defeated your hunter. I wish you a glorious battle to come. Of course, you are not the first mortal to seek my aid. I am not here to assist you, however. My purpose is to seek perfection, creating the ultimate weapon for the pursuit of valor. Without a doubt. In this realm, everything that exists is the expression of a thought. Do you think these blades be steel? The staves be wood? Do you believe they draw blood? A weapon is a single need for battle, and my will makes that need reality. Do you truly desire one of my weapons? I will give one to you, if you agree to duel me first. Valor shall test your mettle as it should be tested.
Now you can agree to duel him, but if you have the willpower attribute high enough, you can actually avoid that.
How dare you accuse me? I am no demon preying upon helpless mortals to steal their essence. I am a being of honor and valor. I am a warrior. You are insolent. But your will is unquestionably strong. Very well, mortal. You proved to me that you possess the strength to resist this demon. Go, prove your worth as you must. I am confident you will succeed.
Alright, now he gave us a staff, so we will go in tier and equip it, so we finally have a weapon. And we will look around and see if there's anything else to be interested in, and there is not. Now we're going to head up here and run into some wolves. I think. Yes.
I shall do it.
Kill them off and proceed up here where we will encounter yet another demon.
Be cautious. There is another spirit here.
The
Not
sloth
the one
demon,
hunting you,
also
but
known
still.
as the Riddler.
So, you are the mortal being hunted. And the small one, is he to be a snack for me?
Yes, he's an offering
I
for
don't
you.
like this. He's not going to help us. We should go.
No matter. The demon will get you eventually. And perhaps there will even be scraps left.
I would actually prefer you just eat the rat right now and we forego this whole conversation. But alas, we must continue.
Help you? Nothing can help you. Be gone. Surely you have better things to do than bother sloth, mortal. Oh, I tire of you already. You have a very nice staff. Why would you need me? Go. Use your weapon, since you have earned it. Be valorous.
He looks powerful. It might be possible that he could teach you to be like him.
Like me? You mean teach the mortal to take this form? Why? Most mortals are too attached to their forms to learn the change. You, on the other hand, little one, might be a better student. You let go of the human form years ago.
I don't think I'd make a very good bear. How would I hide? I have faced more in this place than you can imagine. Fear is just one more thing. But you are right. Hiding doesn't help. I'm sorry, it's the Fade. It changes you. I'll try. I'll try to be a bear. If you'll teach me.
That's nice. But teaching is so exhausting. Away with you now.
I told you he wasn't going to help us.
And here's why he's called the Riddler.
You wish to learn my form, little one? Then I have a challenge for your friend. Answer 3 riddles correctly, and I will teach you. Fail, and I will devour you both. The decision is yours.
Yeah, and the problem with this is that when he speaks the riddles to you, he literally speaks the riddles to you, and there is absolutely no text on the screen that kind of shows you the riddle that was just spoken. So you have to listen very carefully.
Truly? Oh, this gets more and more promising. My first riddle is this. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, mountains without land. What am I?
And you are a map.
Correct. Let's move on. The second riddle. I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. What am I?
You are a tongue.
Yes, your witty tongue. Fair enough. One more try, shall we? Often will I spin a tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas, you won't remember me.
A hooker.
What am I?
That's not one of the options. Shit. It must be a dream then.
You are correct. Rather apropos here in the Fade, no? But you've won my challenge and proven yourself an amusing distraction. So, I shall teach you my form. Now, listen carefully.
Like this? Am I a bear? It feels heavy.
Close enough. Go then, and defeat your demon, or whatever you intend to do. I grow weary of your mortal prattling.
Hey, Yogi. Hey, Boo Boo. Alright, so now he is a bear, and we are going to head back to where the demon was and engage him in mortal combat. So we're going to head back to the beginning. And get attacked by more dogs.
As you say.
Alright, now to confront the demon.
And there is a spirit of rage.
Alright, now my recommendation here, these recommendations will be few and far between because I don't remember too much of this, but I do remember that when the demon is engaged in combat, there are those little white wisps that appear all around you. Let the bear deal with the demon and you deal with the wisps, because you get experience for killing the wisps, and if you kill the demon prior to killing off the wisps, it still results in the same thing, but less experience. So that is my recommendation.
And so it comes to me at last. Soon I shall see the land of the living with your eyes, creature. You shall be mine, body and soul.
Aw, he wants me to be his Valentine. I think I'll pass.
Oh, I shall. So this creature is your offering, Mouse. Another plaything as per our arrangement.
I'm not offering you anything. I don't have to help you anymore.
Oh. And after all those wonderful meals we have shared, now suddenly the mouse has changed the rules?
I'm not a mouse now, and soon I won't have to hide. I don't need to bargain with you.
We shall see.
Well, I guess we'll just see what we'll see then, won't we? Alright, so he those little white wisps I was talking to you about.
It shall be done.
Foolish!
Alright.
You did it. You actually did it. When you came, I hoped that maybe you might be able to, but I never really thought any of you were worthy. That is because you are a true mage, one of the few. The others, they never had a chance. The Templars set them up to fail, like they tried with you. I regret my part in it. But you have shown me that there is hope. You can be so much more than you know.
Yeah, does it sound like he's buttering you up with compliments, you know, blowing smoke up your ass because he wants something from you? Well, yes, that's true.
You defeated a demon. You completed your test. With time, you will be a master enchanter with no equal. And maybe there's hope in that for someone as small and as forgotten as me. If you want to help, there may be a way for me to leave here, to get a foothold outside. You just need to want to let me in.
Did he say foothold? No, General Hammond will not be happy about that.
What? What do you... Of course it was! What else is here that could harm an apprentice of your potential?
Oh,
You are a smart one.
Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust. Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
Are you all right? Say something, please. It's me, Jowan. Calm down. Just try to relax. Oh, I'm glad you're all right. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like? Is that why they don't tell us what it's about? I know I'm not supposed to know, but we're friends. Just a little hint and I'll stop asking, I promise. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing. I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me.
Or you talk too much and they're just going to make you tranquil so that you'll shut up.
I've been ready for a long time. I'm afraid they don't want me to take the test. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility, or you die. That's what happens. I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up. You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Did you hear anything? Is she all right? Is she awake?
Alright, so that is it for our first part of our walkthrough, and we'll be on to number 2 in just a bit, so check the channel for that. But as always, thanks for watching. Take care.